Hi, everyone. Thanks so much for joining us today. And all three of our co-hosts are here, and we have Sam Daniels back to join us again today. So, Sam, how have you been doing? Whoops. Sam? Oh,
Is
okay.
he
Well, we have.
muted?
I don't see that he is. Sam, check your settings, like at the bottom of your screen, there's that little wheel for settings, and click on there, and or even on the bar, maybe the mic is muted. I don't see that yours is, but go into settings into the audio. See if there's a place you could change. So, well, edit name, edit mic settings. I'll try to do that. Echo cancellation. It shows that your edit mic, reduce mic background noise, mic volume. Huh. Huh. Well, I don't know. It shows. So maybe he'll check his mic and come back in. So sorry, everybody, technical problems, but I guess Mercury went retrograde yesterday, right? So I know I had tech difficulties yesterday. I was meeting with Ramie, and we had to mess around with stuff for what, 10 minutes or something before I figured out what would work. So anyway, that's how it goes. So while we wait for Sam, you guys have any updates you want to give us, or thoughts that you've been thinking about? Jessica, Ramie?
I'm tired today. I just got done. I'm always on here after my 3 days of working the hospital, so you guys get.
Right.
Yeah. Yesterday, speaking of tech difficulties, the hospital was having tech difficulties yesterday too. So they had a whole cath lab room go down electronically, and some other things were happening. So I didn't even know it was Mercury going into retrograde until I got home late last night. So I was like, oh, wonder if that's why.
Yeah, let's see. I've been sending a lot of energy. I have a brother-in-law who had his chest cut open because he was getting a new heart valve. So
Okay.
he's having a hard time coming out of all the anesthesiology. It's been a week, and he comes in and out, and so I've been sending energy and yeah, just sending energy to everybody. Really, crazy times we're living in. Yeah. So and then I created a new class at the club, and last night it was last night, and it's toning. The vowels. A, E, I, O, U, and so the owner of the yoga patch was real excited, and she put it on the calendar, but it was raining real bad here last night, so no one showed up. But then I told her I'll give her a month of showing up. It's a half-hour class, and the good thing about it is, it's the best thing, I love it, is it puts you right into meditation. I mean, it is so beautiful. And I was telling my husband, I think no one really knows what toning is, but she has a web base, and she said she's going to put it on the web, so where I describe what you do. So I have to be patient and see if anybody shows up in a month. If not, I'll have to discontinue the class. But I'm going to share it on a website. So I'm going to get it out there one way or another. Yeah. We could practice that today if you want after the skull shining breath. I mean, I
Oh,
don't know.
sounds
The
great to
plan.
me. Yeah.
Oh, it is. It's so beautiful. Have you guys ever toned before?
I've done a little, not a lot of it, but a little, yeah.
Just a
And
couple
so
times too.
that'll be nice. And
Well, it's so here's this. Yeah, it's beautiful. The story. Well, the yogis do it, I guess, and I listened to this guy who has a school in Sausalito, California, and his school is Sound Institute. So he has twice a year he has practitioners get on, and he goes all over the world to find them. He's been in school. He's had this school for decades, so he's well known. So he puts on this webinar, and these sound healers come on, and they play, and then you find out their story, and if you want to work with them or buy their whatever, right? It's information. So I already was toning, but this one guy, he was playing his bowls, and it was beautiful, of course. And afterwards, they interviewed him, and I think he lived in Turkey, and he fell off a big, high-rise ladder. They were working on a building, and he fell, and he was in the hospital paralyzed. And that's what they told him. You're not going to walk out of here. So he's laying in bed because that's what he does. And he remembers his grandmother toning in Turkey. And it's the vowels. And so the voice has the ability to heal yourself. So ah is the heart. Ooh, I don't know what ooh is, but E is the brain. Anyway, so and then after you tone, you go right, you're in meditation. And it's so healing. It's so beautiful. And sometimes I cry. It's just, I don't know. It's just beautiful. Therapeutic. Yeah. So, so that's what I'm going to teach.
very nice.
Maybe not not to Yoga Patch, but online.
Great. Yeah. And sometimes in my sessions, I'm led to have myself and the client I'm working with to do toning at the chakra that we're at to help it clear.
Well, this gentleman walked out of the hospital.
Wow. Isn't that awesome?
Oh,
what was his name? Do you remember his name, Ramie? No? Okay. I've heard a story like that from someone else. Just wondering.
Oh, yeah? Yeah.
So you guys keep talking, okay? I'm going to grab my cell phone and try to work with Sam, see if I can get hold of him, okay?
Okay.
So
how do you like your place?
It's fine for right now. Yeah. One more month. Good. Yeah.
That's all? And then what? You're going to do it again? You're going to come home, of course, and then
be home. Yeah. Yeah. Be home. Yep. And get my business going.
Well, you should come to Yoga Patch. You would love it.
Yeah. I'll have to see how far that is.
72nd and Central.
Okay.
So you know where 72nd and Warnell is, right?
I'm not real good with the Kansas side. I have to
No,
look at a map.
No. It's Missouri.
Oh, okay. Okay. I'll have to look at a map still.
Okay.
I always have to look at maps. Unless you tell me like a specific, like if I know a building that's near there, and then I can kind of know where something is. But
you know where Waldo is?
The area, yeah.
That's
near
where it's
there.
at.
Okay. Because Waldo is where the soap refill station is, right? Have you been there? Where you take that's where I fill up on my laundry detergents and hand soap and all that stuff.
You'll have to tell me.
Yeah. It's a really cool place for people to go if they want to not keep buying plastic and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I was at the club, Heath had me do natural health remedies and products, and I did a how to make your own laundry detergent. It wasn't that hard.
Yeah.
And it was, and baking. I remember baking soda, and I can't. Yeah, and it was, and you could certainly save a lot of money.
Yeah. I had
made
wet and dry.
A wet and dry. I just made the wet, but you had to like shave or grate a bar of Fell's Naphtha soap, and I can't remember what other ingredients were in it, but it always settled out. It didn't, so we quit using it after a couple times. After using the jug up a couple times, then I thought it wasn't worth the hassle. But
yeah, you would use Dr. Bronner's bar soap.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay, that would be better. Yeah.
And then washing soda. Yeah. Supposedly they've sold out. Have you guys heard that? There's some people saying don't buy Dr. Bronner's anymore because they've sold to some big corporation. So I'm gonna have to check it out. It's kind of disappointing.
All right.
Yeah.
That's too bad.
Well, bummer.
I know. I still have a lot because every time the liquid Castile soap was on sale, I would buy it. So I've got like a couple big jugs in my house. But I've been trying to buy more smaller brand like liquid Castile soap, like for when I buy for my kids and stuff like that. So, and I can't remember who it was that bought them up. I'll have to look it up, but seems like a lot of those brands, like Bragg's, the apple cider vinegar, they got bought out. I guess it was a few years ago, but I just learned it last year. So I'm not buying Bragg's anymore.
Yeah, it's okay if they leave it the same. I mean, yes, you're supporting, except for supporting the big conglomerate.
Yeah.
But so often then they change it. Or like I can't remember the name of the pop or soda we liked a lot because it was really a natural soda. I mean, it was good. Well, as good as soda can be for you, right? and it was really good. And they sold out to a big company, and they just closed them down. And the big companies are bad about that. They there's a little grocery store in a town close to us, and the guy was getting real old and couldn't find someone to buy it locally to take over, and so he ended up selling to someone. They closed it down for a tax write-off. Right? It's just awful.
I know it's hard. I try to find those little places and support them when I can, whatever. Little grocery stores or coffee shops, etc. That's one of my little things. I like finding local people, local businesses. Like the KC Wellness Club.
Yeah. Well, Ramie, do you want to go while we wait for Sam? I did hear from him on the text message, and he is having tech difficulties, which we can know. So he said first it was his speakers, and now it's his camera and headset he can't get working right. So last week we talked. I had drawn 3 oracle cards from the herbal astrology deck, and one of those cards, I should say all 3 had to do with like starting this new astrological year, which starts after the at the equinox, right? The spring equinox. That's the real start of the year, or the astrological year. And so I'd drawn 3 cards, and they were all about like protecting yourself, and then moving forward, and that the change is coming in the new year type of thing, as they were all relating all three together. But after we got off, then Ramie had said, well, she knew the skull shining breath that seemed to relate to this energy from the skull cap. So I was just going to read the skull cap guidance again here and show the picture of the skull cap herb. And the guidance here says, the storm has passed. You've just weathered or have been weathering a storm. Ground deeply into the present moment. If you feel fear, find consolation in stillness as it readapts. The medicine of the scorpion embodies the stillness of darkness, and it assists by accepting sudden change with ease and calm. If you're feeling exhausted, drained, or depleted in this time, it's time to pause and withdraw to your cave. You're in the process of rebuilding after the storm, so don't rush, just reflect. Take the time to birth a new structure that supports a new version of yourself. So okay, Ramie, if you want to
Okay.
go with the skull
All
shining
right.
breath.
So, this is a yogic breath pranayama, but I learned it at the ashram. So I think you can see. Okay, there you go. Okay, all right, you need to make sure your feet are flat on the floor, spine straight, palms on top of your thighs. Can you see me? Yeah. Okay. And then we're going to take a deep breath, and then I'll show you first, and then we'll do it. And when we do it, we'll do 3 rounds, because that's what I was taught. All right, ready? So palms on top of your knees, shoulders back. Let's roll them back. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And let's just roll 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Close your eyes and let's take a big deep belly breath. Hold it. And slowly let it go. All right, during the time we spend together doing skull shining breath, your eyes are closed, but I'm going to show you just to show you so my eyes are open. All right, so you're sitting tall, and my right palm is right in front of my belly button. And as I'm going to inhale, exhale, and then I'm going to push my belly button toward my back. Does that make sense? Okay, I'll show you, and then we'll go ahead and do it. So inhale, exhale, and here we go. So every inhalation I take, you're moving your palm like you're pushing your belly towards your back. So that's helpful. And it also helps keep count. I'll keep count. But I listen to when you two stop with your breath, and then we'll cut it off. And we'll rest, and then we'll do 2 more rounds. But what this does, skull shining breath, and if you're fortunate enough, and you will get to that if you don't feel it the first time, but eventually you will, that's why you're doing this, is the nadis in the skull, which is your nerve endings, your cells, all that nadis, they call it nadis in Sanskrit, and you'll feel it. You'll feel like, whoa. And that's what it's cleaning your skull shining breath. It's cleaning, it's deleting all the junk that we think about all the time, right? Don't even know it sometimes. Okay. All right. So sit up tall and left palm on your left thigh, shoulders back, palm right in front of you. And then we're going to take an inhale breath. Ready? Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Inhale. And let's go. It also helps if you come up on your chair, like half of you is off the chair. You're on the, on the edge of your chair. Okay, ready? Let's do round 2. Ready? Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And now I can feel the nadis, and I just wait for it to calm down. And then we'll do our last one, and then I'll take questions. Okay, ready? Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Are you in meditation? Did it calm your brain down?
To me, yes, it would be a great thing to lead into meditation. It reminded me, well, first of all, just one hand didn't really push in enough. So I did my 2 hands to push in harder. I don't know if I should have or
Okay.
not.
But you're not touching your stomach, are you?
No, I don't think so. I was just pushing in on it with each.
Yeah, your hand goes, it's just like a flap, see? And that's, I don't know, if it doesn't feel right. Yeah.
No. So what, I have a question with it. So is your hand supposed to push in hard enough that it causes your breath to go out, or are you doing that type of breath and just using your hand as a?
I'm just using the hand as a marker,
Okay. But you're doing that breath yourself. You're making yourself do a breath. Okay.
This is just the marker to know that you're doing that, and it helps count too, if you want to count your breaths.
So I thought maybe the hand was supposed to be pushing in to make you breathe like that. So that's why I was doing it. But either way, what I felt, I still felt the nadis. I felt the energy up here, but I felt like after you take often you take 3 deep breaths if you're trying to ground or get ready for meditation, and then it shifts, right? Like your countenance or your emotion shifts. So it's not sadness, but it's that deep connection with source, right? Or within you,
Mhm.
right?
It's
And so,
present.
yes. And so that's what I felt with this, right? After,
Well,
um,
good.
yeah.
How about you, Jessica? Did you feel anything?
My mind was running too much. I didn't allow myself.
Really? Then you need to do more.
I need to do more. Exactly. It's a lot of times it takes me my monkey brain longer and more practice to really
Yeah.
feel
Yeah,
something. So
that's it. Just
yep,
keep doing
it's a
it.
practice. Yep.
And actually, and people who don't get right into it, you can do it as often as you like and as short as you like. You don't have to wait till you run out of breath. If you just want to do it 5 times, stop and then do it again, and your mind will finally go, oh, I'm supposed to be quiet. Yeah, just keep at it. Mm-hmm.
Well,
It
very
takes me a
cool.
while.
Well, I agree. A lot of times, deep breathing alone isn't enough to take my mind out of the scrolling through.
Mm-hmm.
And so I do other things to help calm that.
Well, and that's another thing. That's where tapping can come in, just right here. I'm so overwhelmed. I can't shut my mind off. I don't know what I'm thinking about, but it's useless information. I need to calm down. I need to take a breath. And here we go. And then, you do that. Everything, you have to allow yourself to, you feel your body go down, down, down. And you have to allow it. There's no magic number. It's not like breathe 10 times and you'll be right in it. It's everybody's different. How long are you going to resist? How long are you going to, right? When are you going to surrender? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. How long do you want to do this? You're here. So you might as well make make it worth your while. Otherwise, you're just fighting yourself, and then you wonder why you're even doing it. Yeah. So it's a beautiful breath. It is once you get the hang of it. Yeah.
Yeah, I liked it. Definitely.
Mm-hmm.
I'll try to remember to use that.
Well, skull shining breath. It's in Sanskrit. It's called Kalabati, and that's what that means. Skull shining breath. Yeah.
Okay.
And what would be the difference, I think, Ramie, you and I both have done some of the online Kundalini yoga through Jai Dave. And he does, I still do some of the practice that was like his pre-work with like breath of fire and just some other, like movements with your arms and the breath. What would be like breath of fire? That difference to this one?
Okay, breath of fire, you lay down. Savasana, the horse pose, okay? But then you put you're laying down, you're grounded, and then you put your ankles together and you lift your legs and your head.
Mm-hmm.
And then your palms are face down and it's right beside you. It's like this.
Okay.
And it's faster.
Okay.
But it does the same thing, except that you are using your body. Yeah, because when you lift your legs up and head, you're helping your body out too. You know what I mean? Because we don't usually do that, but you have to be. Yeah, and the breath helps you hold your body in that position. I think that's why we do it. Yeah, the breath of fire.
Okay.
Yeah. Faster.
Yeah. Okay.
Cleaning you out.
In a different, just a slightly different way. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
So many cool things. Yeah.
Well, there's one called. Do you guys know alternate nostril breathing.
Oh, yes. Yeah, I've done
Yeah,
that.
that's a good one. You know,
Yeah, that's the one that got me started.
Yeah, it's real calming. I mean, it's not, it's just like inhale, hold, exhale, inhale. I have a lawyer friend who used it every time before he went into court because it balances the brain.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
When
and I
I
use
started-
it before I use it before my yoga class, and it makes a big difference, huge. So yeah, I love it. It's really calming.
Yeah, similar to what the lawyer friend did. When I first started working Truman downtown in the ER night shift years ago, and was nervous going into work, as a lot of nurses are when they start something new, I would sit in my car and do the alternate nostril breath before I went in for my shift.
Yeah, it's
Now,
good stuff.
now I don't know if I'm remembering all the steps to the alternate nostril. I know I've done it, but it's been quite a lot.
I'll
Could
teach you.
one of you lead us through in case listeners don't know what it is either? Okay.
Okay, so you bring up your palm to your nose. You fold down the index finger and middle finger, so it's like that. So basically, you're going to use your ring finger and thumb, ring finger, thumb, ring finger, thumb, and you're going to plug it up. You're going to okay. So once again, you sit on the edge of your chair, and your shoulders back, and close your eyes, and then. So let's inhale. Plug up the left nostril with your ring finger. Hold it. And now release the ring finger. Exhale, right nostril. Okay. Inhale, right nostril. Plug it up with the thumb. Hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it. Now release the thumb and exhale, left nostril. Let's do that again. Inhale, left nostril. Plug it up. Hold. Exhale, finger. Exhale, right nostril. Inhale,
Now,
right
wait.
nostril.
I'm going to interrupt. I got lost. Sorry. So,
Okay. All right.
so
All right. So your two fingers are down. You're going.
right.
Okay. So you inhale and take your ring finger and plug up your left nostril. Plug it.
But
Your ring.
oh, and your ring finger in your left nostril and breathe through your right. And breathe through your right.
Don't breathe. No, hold it.
How do you breathe just through your how you inhale with both nostrils? Is that what you're doing?
Just the left one.
How can
Inhale,
you
left nostril.
how can you inhale just with the left one with if you're not plugging it up?
It's okay. You bring your focus. You bring your focus to the left nostril. It's not that it's just more dominant. You know.
Can you do it? Can you plug it? Can you plug up the other one anyway? I mean, it doesn't hurt you to plug it up, right? To do it?
No, but we're alternating the brain. So that's why we do that. Okay. So I mean, it's not that you're not breathing out of your other nostril, but it's not dominant. You're really focusing on the left or the nostril you're using. So again, ready? Okay. Inhale, left nostril. Take your ring finger, plug it up, hold it now. Hold. Now, release and exhale right nostril. Release, right nostril. Very good. All right, now inhale, right nostril. Take your thumb and plug it up. Hold it, hold it. Release the right nostril as you exhale, left nostril. Do you feel it? Let's do that again. Inhale, left nostril.
Wait.
Plug it up.
I'm.
It's all right. And then release the breath on the right nostril.
I'll have to practice. I'm like too far behind you to to focus just on the left and see as much as I can do it on the left. It's taking me. I get behind you.
Practice, practice,
So,
practice. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
that
but
practice makes perfect. I
on the
don't think
brain.
I've done it that way before. I
I
think I've
hadn't either.
always plugged one side and
Mhm.
breathed, and so I always had one side plugged or the other.
Yeah, same.
And so that's interesting. Yeah, I can see that adding the focus to it would definitely help the brain.
Mhm.
The hemispheres work together by that focus. Yeah,
Mhm. Intention,
interesting.
focus.
Sure, right.
I can
Yeah.
feel. Can you feel the difference? I mean,
What
since
difference? Since we did it,
since
do you
before we
feel?
started. Yeah. Do you
You mean
feel
like, do we
anything
feel more focused now?
or calm or more anything? Do you feel anything after doing that?
I don't feel calmer, but I was trying to figure stuff out, so that's probably why. But I
Yeah.
do feel much more focused. It's like, it,
Oh, yeah.
like it's more like
Yeah.
a
It brings
pinpoint.
you. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
like
good. Good.
there's two forks that I use. When I use them together, it's like what I feel. I don't feel it like in my mind, but I'll use the 417 and the 528 forks and strike them at the same time or right after the other and let them ring at the same time, holding them over wherever the client, where I'm working on the stuck energy. And it's like all of a sudden I'm seeing inside the body, and I'm seeing this spiral of energy, and it's going to wherever it is, to the very spot that has to release.
Very
And
nice.
then when it gets to that very spot, and I think it probably holds there or anchors that spot, and then I switch to a different fork, usually just the 528 by itself, depending on which frequency I'm guided to use. And then those strikes release it. Yeah, it's really cool.
Yeah. Sounds like it. Wow. Well, it's time. So we covered a lot today, I thought.
Yeah, I wanted to hear more of your NLP class, Jessica, if you had a little bit more time to. Have you been practicing, I guess, or is there things that you've learned that you want to share now that you've had time to process?
Well, I usually have to have my scripts in front of me to practice still,
Yeah.
because when you learn so much over a short period of time, or I guess not a horribly short period of time, but yeah, I mean, for the NLP stuff for me, the quantum time technique, I don't know if I've talked about, was probably a huge one for me. And it's all really, if you look at big picture, it's all just looking at your life, and either emotions that you have or specific events that you've had that have impacted negatively, and looking at them from different perspectives and giving some more clarity and more learnings to what is going on. So yeah, I mean, overall, NLP for me has helped me with my relationship with my parents. Huge. Relationship with my ex-husband. In my mind, we don't have a physical or verbal relationship, but just with the negative thoughts that had been stuck in my mind all these years. And so, yeah, I think it's a great thing for people to look into if they have things that are keeping them stuck. And again, like we've talked about before, the NLP being used in media and things like that is completely different than using NLP techniques to help a person advance in their life. So, but yeah, the quantum time technique has been good for me. We've talked about, mapping across, swish, I keep thinking of the word grounding, but it's the just if you're in an emotion, being able to switch to another emotion. There's different techniques for that, and you practice some of those. And so, yeah, it's been great. And I've got one person I'm getting ready to work with here shortly, so that'll be good practice for me, because I do have my certification, so I am qualified to utilize that with people. And I think it's a great tool, and I'll be using the tools as I practice them in my gut practice, because I think a lot of people,
Nice.
as we're clearing out the body with herbs and changing our food and things like that, it's also good to, as you guys know, clear out stuck emotions and things like that. And it's just,
Absolutely.
adding those. Yeah, I love the herbs. That's my thing, the nutrition and all that stuff. But now I'm just seeing, as I've gone through the NLP myself, how that can just enhance your body and your mind in making transformations. So
Absolutely.
there you
Great.
go.
Thank you so much for sharing. Yeah. And Ramie, in the little time we have left, would you want to tell people you're recording, you're going to be having a class or courses up on a site? Would you want to
Oh, yeah.
tell people about
I'm
it so
going
they could
to,
maybe go there?
oh, okay. It's Skillshare. I guess I'll give you the website. I think it's Skillshare.com. And I'm going to offer 1-minute meditation for all those people who claim they can't do it. I'm going to offer toning. And I'm going to offer tapping and the skull shining breath. And I'll probably include the alternate nostril breathing, because why not? Yeah, so that's 4 different classes, and I'm going to put it on that website, and people can just click on and join if they feel called to. Thank you for mentioning that.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, I'm glad to. And I'll put that link down below in the description also for people to be able to click on.
Okay.
And so I guess that ends our time for today. Thank you all so much for being with us. Next week, we'll be going into, we have a guest from Italy joining us, and we're going to be talking about hypnotherapy. And so it should be a great session. So we'll see you all then.
Bye.